sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico. The kicker has us set for the start. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. One of the elder statesmen at the quarterback position, Matthew Stafford, year 18 in the league. 6 of those with the Rams, of course, the Super Bowl title, MVP a season ago, as he had more yards and touchdowns than anyone else in the league.
Now we get a chance to look at last year's MVP, and, you know, a long and storied career, a Super Bowl champ, one of the all-time greatest passers that we've seen in the NFL in a long time, and now he adds MVP to his long resume. You know, it's hard to believe there's a lot left for Matthew Stafford to accomplish, but here he is at this stage of his career playing the best ball of his career. He's with one of the best coaches in history of the game, and Sean McVay, and if I was him, I think I'd keep playing too.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. In danger of an opening 3 and out. They face 3rd and 10. They put Adams in motion. Throw on 3rd down. Stafford. Right side. Complete to Nacua. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down. First carry here for Kyren Williams. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They put Adams in motion. It's another run here for Williams. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. A gain there of 23 yards. First down, L.A.
Los Angeles.
Play action, Stafford. That is caught in the end zone. He's got it. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, started the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. And Deshaun Watson leading this Browns offense out. I have to think back a long time ago to 2020 when he won. Passing leader during his time in Houston with the Texans.
You have to imagine that this is the final chance, right? I mean, Deshaun Watson, they make the blockbuster trade. They acquire him years back from the Houston.
Oh, a loose football. And fortunately, he's able to cover it up. It will not be a turnover, but will go down as a sack. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Out of the gun, it's Sanders. Open man is the tight end, Harold Fanning. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
And leads to 3rd down.
To throw is Sanders. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Up the middle goes Judkins here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
Brings up second and
Now, Sanders. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Sanders. That'll be caught. It's Concepcion. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 20.
They'll have it 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard
From
line.
the gun, it's Shador. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Cleveland.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Sanders going to throw again. Oh, got him again the 2nd time with a sack on this opening drive.
A loss of 5.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
27-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That's caught. The tight end, Joe Royer. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Now, Shador. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. That's incomplete. Gary Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down. Stafford now to throw on 1st down. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver, and that will lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He's got his man, Davante Adams. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. 17 yards that time, to number 17.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete. That one targeted for Davante Adams.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 5. Stafford to throw again. He'll complete it to Adams. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Right back to Adams. He's got it again. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. This drive rolling now. Another 1st and 10.
Down, Los Angeles.
They go play action with Stafford. That finds Nacua downfield, complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. It's a big play with Stafford and Nacua. 31 yards. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. And he's in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, L.A.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They're an early hole, 14-0. Let's start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. Fake to Judkins. Now, oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down. So this will be 2nd and 15.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 33-yard line.
Sanders will throw it. Open man downfield is Fannin, the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Here's Sanders to throw. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Throwing again is Sanders. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
They're going on 4th down. Sanders. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. On 1st down, it's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he's going to get this up to the 22-yard line.
Davante Adams, a gain of 12. And the Rams 1st down.
1st down, Stafford. They convert downfield, but it is caught. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6.
At the 27-yard line.
Off the bootleg, it's Stafford. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Rams first down. Play action, Stafford. Rolling right. Now he takes off. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. And we're not going to have another snap here. First quarter will come to an end. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
He'll get this to Kyren Williams. Catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. That is a big play for L.A. 38 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Off play action. It's Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Browns' 14-yard line.
The shotgun snap to Stafford. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd, they only need 2 yards. Again, it's Stafford. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
That's going to be caught. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The Browns offense make their way out and take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. From the gun, it's Shedeur. That's caught. It's Dylan Sampson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Sanders. That is caught right side. That's Bandit. 1st down, 10 yards to go.
Gain on the play. That's good for a Browns 1st down.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7.
At the 50-yard line.
Sanders going to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
Brings up third down and 7.
Again, it's Sanders. He'll get that out wide to Sampson. And he is out of bounds. His second grab on this drive. Good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To throw again is Sanders. That is complete. That's the tight end, Fannin. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30.
10 more yards.
Offense rolling right along on this drive. Another first and 10.
First and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. That's out wide to Judkins. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 4.
From the 25, here's second down and 6. Sanders will throw it. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. Third down coming up. To throw is Sanders. That'll be taken in by Sampson. To the pylon, he's in. Dylan Sampson. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Now, following the touchdown, Schmidt back out there to kick this one away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. Kyren Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense will need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. A pitch comes to Williams. Wow, look up, see defender all over him. Stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
That's out wide to Williams. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. He's had a lot of success throwing the ball early with the numbers. Already up over 200 passing yards. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Los Angeles.
From the gun, here's Stafford. First down throw there is incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To the air again. Stafford. Kyren Williams, the intended receiver there. And it'll be 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the first down. They put Adams in motion. On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll take this one in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
From the 6, here comes a return. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Browns offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Looking for Jerry Jeudy that time. Let's see what they have for 2nd and 10. Now, Sanders. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now, it's Sanders. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
That's such a deflating feeling for a defense here on 3rd and short. They've got great coverage, but they don't account for the quarterback picking it up with his legs. It's exactly what he's able to do here on the scramble. Fresh set of downs. So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Trying to start this long road back. They've got a first down here. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Momentum building here. On this drive, they go again, 1st and 10. Here's Sanders to throw. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Picked off by Nathan Landman.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. And the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime.
2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6. The shotgun snaps to Stafford. Unloads downfield, looking for Nacua. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
Yards to go.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's taken in left side by Smith. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
1st down, Rams.
Come to the line now for 1st down and 10. They put Adams in motion. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Pressure all around him, and down he goes. So, halftime straight ahead. And we go down to Scott Hanson, who has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks much.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it, as we'll get ready for the 3rd quarter. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. And he's going to run out of... and bring him down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
Well, they come to the line, not an easy one to convert. 3rd and very long. Shotgun snap to Watson. That one caught by Fabich. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain, and that'll set up 4th down. They're going to go. It's Watson. This
we made it. Let's go. First down.
About set for football now at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, a good battle in the AFC. Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go here in Baltimore. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. Not bad on the return. Out past the 30-yard line. It's a breathing room for the offense as they begin drive one. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 14 yards on the ground on the first play from scrimmage.
You know, Mike, I think the question is, does Derrick Henry ever age? I mean, he's in year 11. He still looks like he's a rookie. I mean, he produces at an elite level, it seems, every year. 1,500 yards for the 5th time in his career a season ago. I mean, we could go on and on, but really the last piece of the puzzle missing is he's still searching for that Super Bowl ring.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. He's going to run it. Oh, right at the outset, he lost the football. The Bills have got it. And he's going to score. Do you believe this start? Opening minute of the game. Fumble recovery.
Can't feel it at home, but all of us here just off the Chesapeake Bay can feel that chill. And these locals know what that means. It's snow, it's coming, and it's going to be here before long in Baltimore as we welcome you to the city's M&T Bank Stadium. Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And we're off from Baltimore. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And leading them out in year 9. No surprises here, partner. It is the 2-time MVP Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket. He's the franchise quarterback to build upon.
His back, Derrick Henry, was the intended receiver. So it's second down coming up. Looking to throw, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's got his man. This is Walker. Still has some space inside the 35. He is inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line.
I have loved this opening script. Aggressive, taking your shots. You know, the numbers tell you get an explosive play on a drive. In the NFL today, you're typically going to score. With that shot down the field, well, they're knocking on the door in the red zone.
Trying down the middle with Henry. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker.
Yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. This is Henry on 2nd. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7. Well, you've taught me, Brock, sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. The coordinators love to dial it up.
Now pitch it to Henry. And this one stopped fairly close to that 1st down. Good challenge, but they face 4th down.
You know, I like that call, Kate. I kind of like these runs on 3rd downs and what may be predictable passing situations, but a gain like that now opens that playbook for a 4th down decision.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. Fourth down, here's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And they're going to convert on 4th down. They gambled. Got 5 big yards on the play.
It's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
And he's going to be brought down back to the 13-yard line. And they're in a tough spot now on this 2nd and goal.
This defense, they might give up some points here on this opening drive, but they're doing their best with that pressure to not let it be 6.
2nd down, here's Lamar. Escapes the pocket. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's going to get there inside the pylon. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson finishing off a 9-play scoring drive with 6. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So here are the Chiefs out on offense for their first drive. Bringing them out and celebrating now a decade in the NFL. And this is Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
Flush down out to his left. He's across the sideline and out after a gain of about 26. And it's going to be first down Chiefs.
A gain of 26 yards.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Play action. It's Mahomes. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
The first carry now, Brashard Smith. And he takes it ahead for a healthy 7 yards. It's third down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to it. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
It's dropped underneath. Walker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
I know from the position of the quarterback, hey, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing is Mahomes. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Third and long for him here. Cut near the goal line. And it's going to be 4th down. Great bid for the line. Almost got there, Brock, but just needed that last step or two to pay off. They did not.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. You need to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. Mahomes throwing on 4th. The battle for it, and it's caught. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Putting holds in the snow as he sends this one through. And they're able to answer early here. We are tied at 7.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. LeJohntay Westert to return it. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Here comes the Ravens offense, Brock, as we take a look at their coordinator, Declan Doyle. First season for him in Baltimore, coming over from Chicago after he helped guide the Bears to one of the best offensive seasons in franchise history in his lone year there. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. This is Henry to start the drive. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Running once more with Henry. Breaks the tackle. And they get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that 1st down too.
Yak, yak, yak. That's what it's all about in this league as a running back. Can you get those hard yards after initial contact? This dude just got it done.
First and 10 now from the 46. Another run for Henry. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Four yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Jackson looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He's going to keep it this time. He's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. And they'll get back to work as snow settles over our stadium. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Headed out right. That pass pulled in by Henry. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's another Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. As they get lined up for this second down, a winter storm returning to the building.
2nd and 12 at the 27.
Now here's Lamar. Buying some time right. Complete to Henry on the check down. And he gets home. Touchdown Ravens. Derrick Henry back in a 7-play scoring drive. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Luke with the point after. And they've broken this tie. They've taken a 7-point lead.
Ravens 14, Chiefs 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chiefs sending their offense out for the second time this game. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 30-yard line.
Well, Mahomes doesn't like what he sees. He's changing things up. This is Walker on second. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that throw's broken up incomplete. It looked like he had it until that hit arrived. It's going to be 4th down.
Hey, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field.
And they got home, sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. He's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Zone read, they'll hand off to Henry. And he gets home. Touchdown Ravens. Derrick Henry Give him 2 now in this second quarter. Here's Luke for the point after. Despite this wintry weather pattern, no problems there. And they bump their lead up to 14.
21, Chiefs 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And the last time we saw them, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Running in here with Smith. And he charges through the snow for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Mahomes throwing here on second. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 3rd and just 2 to go. Looking to throw Mahomes. Wins the fight in the air, and it's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. Great spot to start a drive in here. The Ravens set it up 1st and 10.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Now it's Lamar. He rolls to his right. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Lamar. He'll get this to Henry. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, I know it says running back on the roster, Brock, but this guy's having a pretty great start catching the football instead.
It's what the best of them do. I mean, look around the league. These running backs want to get paid, right? They want theirs. Well, catch a ball like this, and trust me, you'll get yours.
Throwing on second, Jackson. Here's Henry again. This one stopped. Great gains about 6 yards. That's going to set up a Ravens 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Henry on the option. And we might be close to this league growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Jackson to throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's in for the touchdown.
With that score, this is now a time where this defense is going to get on that sideline, look at each other and say, hey, we got to play this quarterback a whole lot more honest because he is doing damage with his legs.
Here's Luke for the point after.
For the extra point.
Despite this wintry weather pattern, no problems there. And the lead now 21.
Chiefs 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Here's Smith on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. to the air. Mahomes. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Jeez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative this quarterback stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
To the sideline and brought in by Worthy. And he's going to get this one ahead for what looks to be about 20 yards, maybe even a little more, and that first down.
Xavier Worthy. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Kansas City.
Mahomes. Man downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. Contact is made, and that's going to take him out of bounds. Gain of about 21 on the play, and that's going to give the Chiefs a first down. Here's Mahomes. And instead of a receiver, that one finds the ground. Incomplete. It's second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Second down, Mahomes. It's everything he has under this one. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens have the football back deep on their own side. They're at the 5-yard line. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10.
At their own 5-yard line.
Looking to throw, Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Hit there, driven out of bounds. Gain of about 8 before it. And that is good for a Baltimore first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be lost on the hit. Incomplete. Tough to complete it through that traffic and contact over the middle. It's second down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Jackson throwing here. Chased out to his right. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Chiefs at a considerable return onto the interception. They're going to take over inside the red zone. They're at the 15-yard line. Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. First and 10. Here's Mahomes now. That one connects. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
First and goal, Kansas City.
Putting a receiver in motion. Back to throw, Mahomes. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for...
Carting his way forward and through. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Kansas City.
Kenneth Walker from 2 yards out. Andy Reid sending in that call quick. They are going for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing is Mahomes. And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass. But sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Plenty of time to attack that deficit, but here we go. They're attacking already. Going on sides in the first half. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. All right, I'm going to need your expertise here, Brock. You don't ever really call an onside kick there on a whim, do you? That had to be pre-planned, right?
Yeah, I think that was on the table well before they scored the touchdown, but here's the problem. That group on the other side, well, they were prepared. They were ready for it. And now, well, you've added a little bit of Uncle momentum to that side.
It's going to be forced down there after a gain of about 14. And that's going to bring up a Ravens first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
Jackson looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down. Now Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's got it. It's in close. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Headed out right. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second down. Here's Lamar. Oh, he's looking, but he won't be able to escape. The Chiefs are going to take him down. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Tyler Loop after the Ravens to attempt this field goal. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Loop knocks it through. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for 1 more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. Final throw before the break. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. This final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. So we've reached halftime, Brock, in a lopsided contest so far. Let's hear what Scott Hansen has to say. He's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Kate, thanks. Scott Hansen in Orlando. We'll pick up the action back in Baltimore in just a bit. But first, some highlights from this first half, and we shine the spotlight on this man, Lamar Jackson.
Thanks
He's
so much,
playing
Scott
well.
Hansen.
His
say
guys
hello
have the
again
lead.
to all of you.
Let's see if they
We
can
said
hold on
goodbye to
as
our
we send
rough
it
weather
back
during
out to the
halftime. Not
broadcast
bad,
team.
huh?
Kate
Forecast saying
Scott
it
and
should
Brock
stay
Hewitt.
dry the rest of the way. Let's see if it does. Second half about to get underway. Out comes Kansas City. Its offense has it first to start quarter number 3. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The third quarter's going to start with a run by Walker. And he's going to manage about 3 there before the defense gets to him.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Third down.
Now it's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
They'll go. It's Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And now some great field position.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Yeah, it's so tough to build momentum running through the snow. They're on him before he can even get back to the line.
Tackled back at the 46-yard line.
Now a second down throw for Jackson. Escapes the pocket. And neither one of these guys is going to come down with this. This is incomplete. Going to have to call this one a draw, Brock, because the receiver had a look at it but neither guy could secure the football.
Kate, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
And they'll pitch it out to him. He only gets a couple yards. They are well short. It's fourth down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. Look at that power. Deep left side. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. L'Jarius Sneed with the INT. And the Chiefs get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Chiefs coming up to the line here. It's 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Escapes out to the left. Lays out, what a catch. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's the Chiefs' first down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Looking to throw Mahomes. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. We've set it down from 37. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Getting out to his left. He can run it. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Quick pass here into the hands of Rice. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Mahomes has it in close. And he is stopped. They get to him inches from a touchdown. That's going to make it 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes on the sneak. The charge into traffic, but the line doesn't budge. They stall him out short.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Smith goes up and over for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And this is going to be Cobb getting aggressive as they trail in this game, and that takes them 2 points closer.
31. Chiefs 21.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Rasheen Ali on the return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. That touchdown cut the lead by a chunk, Brock, but it's still a 2-score game as they start this drive out. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And tough to run it just how he wants to amidst these elements. Defense on and behind that line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. To the line they come, second down. Now it's Jackson. Buying some time right. He takes it himself. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Right side and into the hands of Bateman. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this 4th down.
A gain of 5.
Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. 4th down. Here's Jackson. On the move, headed right. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And on 4th down, they come through with a gain of 11. This drive continues. Well, we all know teams are embracing this more and more, Brock, but boy, from your own side, on a play like that, you had better convert.
If your offense doesn't cash that check, it's your defense who's got to pay the bill. But they get it done, and kudos to them.
Force that to his right. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this one's going to be forced out by the hits. Incomplete. They've been going his way all game, Brock. Defense is paying attention. Someone there to bring up 3rd down. Here's Lamar. Pass him on a quick hitter. And he's not going to be able to get them the first. They stopped him just shy of what they needed. An interesting call now coming up on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Jackson throwing here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. First down now, ball at the 33. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch. And he got there quickly. Ravens crowding their passing lanes. They go into the dime for 3rd down. To the air, Mahomes. And downfield, he's got it. It's Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Mahomes pass complete to Xavier Worthy.
That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Andy Reid sending in that call quick. They are going for 2.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Oh, movement on the line before the snap, though. This is going to be a false start.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Now from the 7-yard line, after that penalty, Brock, they are still going to try for 2. Throwing is Mahomes. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. So even backed up 5 yards, they still chance it with a 2-point try, partner. Unsuccessful on the attempt, though.
Yeah, lots of thoughts bouncing around this big noggin of mine. Do they not trust their kicker in that situation? I'll tell you, sure, they've got a chance at converting from the 7, but it's not a great one. It makes me wonder, did they like their odds better going for it, or did they just feel they needed those 2 points right there?
Baltimore running its offense out now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Now he takes it. And he's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. Yet another highlight in a game with so many of them. 31 yards.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Chased out to his right. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they found something that worked there. Nearly 30 yards on that play. And almost always, that's going to be good for a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
And time runs out before we can get another snap here in this third quarter. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Starting the fourth quarter, offense set up 1st and 10. Lamar back to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw, Jackson. That pass pulled in by Henry. And he will not get back to the line, so he goes out of bounds, loses about a yard. It's 3rd down.
That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, you got a first down here. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
This is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a 3rd down conversion via penalty.
And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson. That's his 3rd on the ground this week.
Unusual for a quarterback, but we normally see him through the air. His QB's legs have been a problem for this defense today.
It's no good. Perhaps the snow making things a little difficult for him there as that one winds up off the mark.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Mejio with the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me that's always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round 1 in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable 3rd down after lack of execution on 1st.
This is caught inside the 15. That is the spark that they needed, and that will set up 1st and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
On the run, it's Smith. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up. because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
It is there, and that breaks up the completion. Quick reaction there to apply that contact. That's going to force third and goal. Here's Mahomes. Here's a screen now for Walker. To the pylon, and he will get there. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kenneth Walker got one through the air now to match that rushing score from earlier. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that it's no good. So they get it back within one score at least, but can't make it a field goal game. That deficit still 4 points. They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And they'll have to navigate the rest of the way without being able to stop the clock at will. They got a touchdown, but that is only... I think they got it. I think they got it. And they did. The Chiefs have it.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. Here's Jackson to throw. He rolls to his right. Complete. Here he goes again. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry, the second of this game for him. Here's Luke for the point after. Despite this wintry weather pattern, no problems there. And lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
24, Chiefs 33. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Chiefs are out once again. Their offense led by Patrick Mahomes. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Mahomes. Right side, Thornton's got it. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. And creates space to take that shot downfield.
Coming off a 6-yard completion, here's 2nd and 4. Running left, here's Walker. And he's going to be stopped after a gain of 9. That was what they needed. First down coming up.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would.
Here's Mahomes now. Taking a shot deep here. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for 2nd.
One score is just, well, it's not going to be enough. I think we can look at the scoreboard and know that. So the pace is going to pick up, and I think you're going to see more and more of those shots deep down the field, Kate.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to throw Mahomes. And in the hands of his running back, Walker. So a solid gain there, Brock. It's still 3rd down and short, but they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play. Looking to throw Mahomes. He's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Still has room inside the 15. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Now we get to that good old-fashioned situational football. In my eyes, Kate, all over this defense. How can you now respond after giving up such a long run?
Working inside the red zone. It's dropped underneath. Walker. And we've seen a lot of this today. He's in again. Touchdown, Chiefs. Kenneth Walker. He gets another here in the fourth. The Chiefs and Mahomes setting up for two.
The Chiefs will set up for the
All right, they're going to throw for it. Put the body on the line for his team.
And makes the score Ravens 44, Chiefs 41.
So we're down to a 3-point game, and now going to try to get it back in pursuit of a game-tying field goal. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Western on the return. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. Oh, and the kicking team's got it.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got two things on their mind. Number one, get the returner down. And number two, try to separate the ball if they can.
He's not going to get away from this. They're all over, and they drop it over 33. Offense in the hurry up here.
Second down.
Working on second down. Mahomes dumped off to his running back. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Complete to Ken Walker. Touchdown, Kansas
This guy's
City.
having what for a lot of quarterbacks would be a career best game, and he's doing it in career worst conditions. Wow.
Mahomes leads his troops to the line, going for two.
The Chiefs will set up for the
They'll work against the blitz. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for two, but it doesn't work out.
Chiefs 47, Ravens 44.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Ali to return it. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Ravens and Lamar Jackson are ready to go again on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Here's Lamar. And he's going to go down here. Pressure gets him at the 23. George Karlaftis. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Trying again following the sack. Lamar. On him again, and it's the same results. They drop him again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up third down. Defense is roaring here. Back-to-back sacks have him in a great spot to end this drive immediately. 3rd and long for him here. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to run for it. Now a hit, and Jackson loses the ball. But I think O'Raven was able to gain possession there, so they're going to keep the football.
Big gain on the play, but it leads to fourth down.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. And they're not going to have time for another play here. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Ravens down by only 3. Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Desperation time here. Rolling out to his left. He's going for it himself. And backs against the wall there. They find a way to convert on 4th down. Well, when this guy's got it going on the ground, Brock, there isn't a more exciting player on the field. And he has certainly been the most fun to watch in this one.
Yeah, he's been fun for you and me, Kate, without this defense. You know, I remember asking Pete Carroll some years ago, is it harder than ever to play defense right now because of all the rules and regulations and everything else? He said, oh yeah, and throw in these dual threat quarterbacks, they're a nightmare as well.
He'll look to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's keeping it again.
But once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane. Just a little bit of room, just a little bit of air in the pocket. He found one of those two, but the defense swarms towards him and denies him the other.
At the Chiefs' 24-yard line.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Back to throw. Vacates quickly left side. Pressure's going to get there, and he goes down. Felix Anudike-Uzomah. And that is now 3 times that they have dropped him on this drive.
All right, up to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
Rolling left, buying some time. Pass complete to Walker. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Past the line, he's going to run for it. And that has them the first. They get 6 on 4th down.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Here he is to throw. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're in the 1st and goal.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Setting up to pass. That pass pulled in by Henry. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple. Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Jackson to throw on 2nd. Looking end zone, but way too much on it. It goes through and incomplete. That's going to bring up 3rd and goal.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you've got a great chance to win. You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB, over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
Buying some time left. Shuffle pass to his back. And they stop him. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone. Just about done here. Only 9 seconds remaining. They're going to pass it here. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but instead opting to keep extending the play. And then all of a sudden, in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately, there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you can give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
6 seconds to go, potentially our final snap. Now Jackson, headed out right. He's going to keep it this time. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. And it's got to come back. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. And given the weather, I'm not sure we expected to see quite as much offense as we did, Brock. Credit both offenses for having a plan to deal with the snow and a Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Staring up into the rain, and he muffs it! And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Lions take the field for their first drive. And it's going to be the former #1 pick, 11th year pro quarterback now, climbing the career leaderboards each and every week. Here's Jared Goff.
Okay, there are other flashier quarterbacks that make more highlight reel plays than Jared Goff. There certainly are bigger and stronger athletes playing the position today, but Jared's just a throwback, a guy that understands the timing and the precision. I love that he knows.
That's complete inside the 35. There it is, touchdown Detroit.
Complete to Sam Laporta.
One snap in, and this offense as efficient as they could be, partner, and looking very dangerous to begin this ball game, too.
Yeah, you know, it's one thing for coaches to tell us in our production meetings they want to be a quick strike offense, got to be explosive. But they put that talk into action.
And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on. Wasn't accurate on the extra point, but he should be able to keep this between the sidelines, hopefully, as he sends this away. Ty Johnson now to return. Breaks a tackle. He's still going. And he only gets to around the 15 before being brought down. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And at the helm for them, the perennial MVP contender, Fireball Zone, Josh Allen.
The biggest mistake he could make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set. Even if there's a quick score to begin the game, he's got to have the poise and the patience here to run the opening script they planned for all week long. Play your game, not let the circumstances dictate and force your hand early.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back to throw now, Allen. His first throw is an interception. Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions take over after returning it inside the red zone. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Off now on 3rd down. Pressure closing in. They're going to get him back at the 20. And that means it is now 4th and 12.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock instead just a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Brought in right side by Kincaid. And they're going to get him to the ground after a 16-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Buffalo.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Allen to throw. Fights his way through a tackle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Pete, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Throwing on second. Allen. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up.
Coach Dungy loved to say, Kate, no excuses, no explanations. But this weather and Mother Nature, she's winning. It's causing a bunch of these errant throws. And thankfully for the quarterback on that one, it led the defender to dropping it.
Got to start taking better care of the football, Brock, as he brings him to the line here, third down. Here's Allen. They rally to him after a gain of about 7. That effort enough. They've got the first down.
You know, before the snap, you know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. Second down coming up.
That's case in point right there, that in these elements, both sides, the offense and defense, are going to have a problem catching this football. It's going to take all the concentration and talent in the world to wrap in those interceptions.
Second down. Here's Allen. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Buffalo first. We've set it down from 37. Allen setting up to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Tight ends will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they can be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Allen looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Aiden Hutchinson. And that will bring up second and 18.
32-yard line.
Throwing here, Allen. And that one's going to be incomplete. Third down coming up.
Quarterback of his renowns, Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
And that's going to be good for a first down. They stare down third and 18, and they come through with a big play.
It's a gain of 18. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Buying some time right. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And things look tougher now with third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And they won't get any of the action they wanted after that catch. The completion limited to just 3 yards. Now it's 4th down.
A gain of 3.
And that offense isn't budging. They're going for it. They'll go. Allen. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
It's a turnover.
Detroit offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2. Now, you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
We're going to slow him up here after 4, maybe 5 yards. And that's going to give the Lions the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Lions first down.
Gibbs now from the gun. And this Gibbs not a screw foot. They're on him quicker this time. He's not going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Dorian Williams on the stop.
Going with an alternate play here.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Working on 2nd down. Goff. And this one is launched downfield. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. 3rd down coming up. Goff setting the throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You and I know, Kate, it's on average about 60 to 65 plays a game, somewhere between 10 and 12 third downs. And what you don't want to do is start 0 for 2 in that column.
And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Allen. He rolls to his right. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down. Boy, they took over with a lot of energy thanks to that field position, but at least a little bit of air let out of the balloon with that first play. Couldn't make that catch.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And those defenders that gave you the ball in that prime position on the sidelines, they'd like to see you execute better than that.
Throwing on 2nd. Here's Allen. Flush down now to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that 1st down anyway.
From the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And oh, he got it! Interception! Kirby Joseph picks it. And the Lions will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. All right, Lions just about ready. 1st and 10. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he's going to be tackled after a pickup of about 5 here. 2nd down. Sure seems like running at a blitzing defense shouldn't work out too often, Brock, but right there it did nicely for him.
Yeah, football's kind of a funny game, Kate, because it could be super complex. Yeah. You get into a lot of language and a lot of detail, and then other times, like, just run away from it. Just run away from it, and good things can happen.
And he's out of bounds on the final play of our opening quarter. That's the end of one here. Our score, 6-0. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. And they've got some rain to deal with now as well. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, and that brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Off to the air now. This one's misplayed and falls to the ground. Incomplete, so now it's 3rd down. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. 3rd and long for him here. And this is another incompletion.
That is back-to-back-to-back incompletions. And in this weather, I don't think you're going to see another drive with 3 straight passes.
They'll go for it. Goff. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them a possession.
Now Allen. That finds his man. It's Keon Coleman. Brought down after getting his guys about 26 yards. And that's going to be a Bills first down.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the first down. That yardage really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Loses it, and the Lions have recovered it.
When you choose not to slide as a quarterback, Matt, that's what can happen. And those Predators feel that prey, and they go after. Not only do they want to hit the quarterback, to hit him and knock the ball out, that is just a worthy celebration.
Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. Into the red zone. He will go. Touchdown, Detroit. Oh, man, Brock, once that became a foot race, you could have gone ahead and just said goodbye because you were not stopping that play.
He gone. He's long gone. Not with a full field ahead and one of the longest runs of his career right in front of him. The way he broke that, the only fitting place was the end zone.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here's Ray Davis. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense is eating, it's been a tough watch. Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
2nd down throw for Allen. And he's not going to get away. Pressure takes him down at the 19. Jack Campbell. And that play makes it 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15.
Play action now. Allen is under pressure again, and again he goes down. And that's going to leave this offense facing a 4th and forever 22.
Well into this first half, still struggling to find any rhythm, and that's what sacks do. That is why these defenders get paid big money when they get those sacks in the stat column, because as you're seeing today, it totally disrupts the rhythm, the continuity, and any success for an offense.
That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And as we kind of expected, it does not work out. So a little surprised to see him go for it. They're headed off after they turn it over on downs. They'll toss it to Gibbs. Has a big hole left. And he gets home. Touchdown Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs. Give him 2 now in this 2nd quarter.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
And the call to go for it not awarded as the pass falls incomplete.
It'd be a little armchair quarterback after that call. Like the defense knew exactly what was coming.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And in a 3-score game, Brock, they have to find a way to reestablish some control here. So as this drive begins, rain starting to fall. Back to throw now, Allen. He beams one deep right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Lions get it back after making their third first-half interception. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. St. Brown, the receiver, in motion right. Big strike here to Williams. Still has some space inside the 35. And he gets home. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 63 yards. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Johnson with a return here. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. And this drive, they need to come up with some type of answer because, well, Brock, we can almost hear those engines starting to gear up. They might have a boat race coming.
Yeah, I think everybody in the...
And they kick him off again! Brian Branch has it! And the Lions will take over at the 36-yard line. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Now a pitch to Gibbs. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. And they pitch it to him. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gone. Complete left side. It's to Slav. They got the football block, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down. On their own side, but only need an inch or two here, so they're going for it. They'll run it with Pacheco. And it will be a 1st down. They went for it on 4th, and they got the 4 that they needed.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. 1st down, Detroit.
And they'll pitch it out to him. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3.
Watching this guy work today, Kate, I'm reminded of one of my son's dear buddies who lost his battle with cancer. He loved buffaloes. You want to know why? Because the buffalo's a rare animal that will run right into the storm. It doesn't turn and run from it. And this running back, he's inspiring me today, making me think of Jacoby.
And he's got another one tonight. Touchdown, Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs. A hat trick for him in this 1st half. He's into the end zone and already at 3 rushing scores before halftime, Brock. So they either got to find a way to keep him out, or he's going to run his way into the record books if they're not careful. Bates' extra point is up and good. And they continue piling onto this lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. On return, here comes Davis. He's got a lane up past the 30. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. The Bills offense all set for their next drive. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Allen setting up play action. Finds a seam down the middle. It's a foot race. Breaks free in the center of the field. And he gets home. Touchdown, Bills. DJ Moore. And the Bills are on the board. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
That one splits the uprights. Still a lot of work to do, though. Down 26.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. Here's Tom Kennedy on the return. And he doesn't make it very far. Tackled at his own 10-yard line. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. They pitch it out to him here. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Kid, I've heard it said that the buffalo is one of the rare animals that likes to put its face right in the storm. It doesn't turn and run from it. And this back today, he has run full force into this weather.
There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. And that's going to be a Lions first down.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson on the tackle. A gain of 15. First down, Lions.
Now gone. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
This is Gibbs on second down. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
Third down.
Goff. Checks it down again. And he's not going to make it. And they stop him short. So expect a punt coming up here on fourth down. Offense staying out there. Looks like they're going for it. Running for it. Here's Gibbs. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
Here comes the pressure, and they take him down. Count him at the 31. Ali McNeil. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
At the 31-yard line.
Trying again following the sack. Allen. And that one is incomplete. And the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Dalton Kincaid, the intended target there. So now it's going to be third and long.
Third down and 13.
Here's Allen. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Fourth down. Here's Allen. Heave toward the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Lions will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line. They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up. Now a timeout call. Still just 4 seconds left in the half. Off to pass now on second down. And he put everything he's got behind it. Looking for Williams, and it's intercepted. Christian Benford has it. And the Bills launches the return, goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. So I guess we could have just kept both teams out here. We're moving past halftime and getting right to the start of the second half. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. And he tried to finesse that one far too much. It doesn't come close to the landing zone, so set this drive up at the 40. And this drive is going to have some great starting field position as a result of that short kick.
Automatic first down.
From the 40-yard line now, and this is 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning.
He's in trouble, not going to get away. They drop him at the 29. And that's going to lead to a lengthy now 3rd and 21.
10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Allen looking to throw. Oh no, they get him yet again. Brian Branch has it. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Detroit. Bates now for the point after.
The kicker on for the point after.
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead. So now after his 2nd missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he gets crunched by a big hit. Oh, man. Right at the 25 to end it. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Rushes right there as he releases it. It goes nowhere near the target. Looking to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing here, Allen. That's more with the catch out left. Still going inside the 35. And he gets home. Touchdown, Buffalo. DJ Moore. First return score. Now he's got a receiving one, too. A 2nd touchdown through the air for him, Brock. And independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place. But 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
Tyler Bass to kick
Bass
off
now to
for
kick this
Buffalo.
away. We'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit Pater 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. Man in motion here. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain.
20-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And they send a man in motion. Back to Gibbs now on 2nd. He cuts it back right. Up the sideline, past the 45. Working and finally forced to that sideline. So call that a gain of about 28. And it is 1st down, Detroit.
1st down.
Another one for Gibbs. He's out in the clear. And he's got another one tonight. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 4th of this game.
He just keeps scoring and scoring and scoring it. Look at the juice he showed on touchdown number 4. He actually looks like he's getting stronger and faster.
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or 2 given the size of this lead. No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He goes out of bounds on the return. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work. He's brought down. They got him at the 25. Offense up to the line fast. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Allen setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Continuing to move past the 45. 30. DJ Moore. And he's got another one tonight. Touchdown Bills. DJ Moore, the second of this quarter. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this.
And it's no good. He missed the extra points. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on.
Tyler Bass to kick off for
So after the missed extra point, he is still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. Struggling to center it. Oh, it's loose! And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. The Detroit offense getting ready for its next drive. And behind their leader out of the backfields, this is exactly the type of game that this offense can have when it's operating in top gear.
It is just so nice when you know you've got one of the better backs in the league that you can rely on, really lean on when he's having a great game. You don't see too many guys labeled true bell cows anymore. But when he's in the zone, he's absolutely one of them.
And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Again, it's Gibbs. That's the 1st and more inside the 45. And he's got another one tonight. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. Now just 1 shy of the single-game record. He's got 5.
Hey, Kate, there are good days, and then there are great days, and then there's just days, well, unlike any.
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead. No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills and DJ Moore back in possession here. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Allen. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Got 9 of the 10 with that last grab. Need to get the last yard now on 2nd. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Big play before they get to him. That one's going to pick up about 23. And that's going to give the Bills the 1st down.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And this time there won't be a throw. Down he goes. And it's going to be 2nd and 13.
A 3-yard loss brings up 2nd and 13 at the 45-yard line.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
As quarterback, Kate, you got to hope that those crumbs don't just lead to the cookie in the passing game. But a short scramble like that may open up a bigger one down the road.
Allen on 3rd and short. It's on target to Moore. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Allen. Once again, pass caught by Moore. And he's got another one tonight. Touchdown Bills. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown catching this one. That's just one off the single-game record. And that is his 4th touchdown reception of the game. And if you wonder how rare that is, only a couple of active players have ever achieved it in their careers, and it's been done less than 50 times in league history. That one right down the middle. And the deficit now stands at 24.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Off play action, Goff. Rolling out to his left. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. That was Dorian Williams with the stop.
What do they call those guides, those scouts that lead the expeditions up the Himalayas? Aren't they Sherpas? Yeah, Sherpas. You know what this guy's been? He has been a Sherpa extraordinaire leading the way on the ground.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Still well short after the 3-yard run. It's going to be 4th down and 6.
Even with this weather maybe changing the game plan a little bit, dictating a whole lot of work on the ground, so impressive to see this achievement, to reach 100 yards in these conditions. I know this. He's going to be enjoying that shower. It's also going to be pretty sore tomorrow.
That's a gain of 10 and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
1st down, Detroit.
Coming right is Gibbs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
I think every offensive coach I've ever known in my life, Kate, they do one thing the night before the game. They look at that weather. They know what's coming the next day. They knew that this would be difficult conditions. They'd have to pound the football. Boy, have they done that.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. The tackle made by Cole Bishop.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Motioning the tight end left. 3rd down run by Gibbs. He gets the 1st and more to the 35. And he gets this shot all the way to the 31-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. That's Gibbs in the backfield on 1st. Now up to a handful of carries just on this series. Another carry for him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Dorian Williams on the stop. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Lions football, and Brock, they have got to be happy about the great lead they've built. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Here's a toss left. Gibbs. And a decent run. Gets about 4. It's going to be 3rd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You've got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Gibbs now from the gun. And on 3rd down, they wind up going the wrong way. That one goes backwards.
I don't mind that call at all, Kate. A little RPO there on 3rd down situation, but they went to the run, and they just couldn't get enough.
4th down, Goff throwing. This is brought in by Laporta. And stopped at the 1. All right, so they're going to have to get that final yard. They're going to have to earn it. 1st and goal. Motioning Williams left. 1st and goal. Here's Gibbs. And he gets in. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Bates now for the point after. This goes through as that rain continues to pour. And they just keep adding to their lead. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Bills and quarterback Josh Allen ready to get back to work now on offense. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. The 40! Hits the 20! And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass on for the extra point.
Tyler Bass for the extra point.
And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Rain, slick conditions, maybe making their presence felt as they fail to add another point on.
Tyler Bass to kick off for
So now
Buffalo.
after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. And no return here. This is a touchback, and the ball's going to come out to the 20.
35-yard line.
The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Gibbs. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll go right side with Gibbs. Crosses midfield, still going. At the 20.